One last news story before we go here.
Yeah.
Justine Bateman gives free director lessons on X. If you would bring up the story, Alan.
Well,
I
it's not the story; it's her feed, but we can talk about it.
Yeah. So go to her feed. In any case, I am a huge fan of her. She is very outspoken as a member of SAG. She's been standing up for artists' rights. She's very cautious about AI. She sees it coming, and she is saying the things out loud that many are afraid to say, and how AI will affect the industry. Follow Justine Bateman on Instagram. Follow her on X. I do both myself. Her wisdom and insight is really amazing. Um, if you would bring that up, Alan.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a specific one, but let me see. Okay, so basically, what Justine Bateman has been doing over the last day is she's taken these TikTok videos of people a little bit upset, a little disappointed about the results of an election recently, and she is giving directorial and cinematography advice to people to improve these videos.
So instead of commenting on them, and thank you for being ready while I was.
Well, I was looking for a specific one because she retweeted one that Stuttering Craig did, and that was the one I was looking for.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But
go ahead.
Here I'll play a little bit of.
We've got to do whatever we can.
So here we go. This is the video.
Okay, I'm sitting here on my couch eating SpongeBob mac and cheese and watching Outer Banks, and I just have a couple like initial post-select.
Okay, so you kind of get it. She hates it, and then she goes on hashtag social media video critique, and then she'll critique this video. So the beginning of any video is very important, sets the entire tone of. Oh, so she's complimenting. The beginning of any film is important. It sets the tone for the rest of the film. Here we have tremendous chaos in the camera movement, setting us up to anticipate danger. At the same time, sitting on a couch eating mac and cheese, and watching Outer Banks is shown to us. The dichotomy introduces a conflict between chaos and comfort, and further deepens our sense of impending danger. Again, the camera is positioned too low, and the ceiling is unnecessarily captured. Accent lighting at the side of her face is a nice touch. Most pronounced issue is that tough time is taken with the opening to create anticipation of danger. The piece is too short to pay that off. This is better suited for a feature film rather than a short.
So I love this. She's not even commenting on the election, the content, the substance of what this woman is saying. She's critiquing it like it's a movie and giving really insightful comments. Let me share here. I have Justine Bateman on Instagram, and she is on fire. This is the story we should you really need to discuss. Hollywood is dead, according to Justine Bateman. Here's what comes next. Bateman argues the emotional and financial scaffolding necessary to support that film business is gone. In its place, we have something of a conveyor belt, churning out, quote, content. That basically is a summation of the story. I've read it. And if you look at everything else she talks about in her feed, she's very much commenting on the moment and what's happening in cinema. As cinema is sunsetting as the look, in the 20th century, cinema was the art form of the 20th century. And now we have reached a place where that is no longer true. And things like gaming, video games, I'd say that's the art form of the 21st century, which we are currently enjoying or not. But follow her on Instagram. She doesn't really, I have not noticed her taking a side politically. Mm-hmm. She stays very neutral, but no one is more outspoken than her. Mm-hmm. And she is really signing the warning of the death of this industry. And no one can argue. I'm saying the death it's premature and it may be alarmist, but no one can argue that the industry is shrinking. it's contracting. And no one is being honest about the reasons for that. And a lot of them are what she's pointing out: technology, whatnot, how things are just a content factory. When people started referring to movies as content, that was the big mistake right there. But for me, because you think of it that way, I don't think of a movie I've made as content. I think it's something I put my heart and soul into. I mean, I think for a lot of, especially indie filmmakers, a lot of love goes into film projects. So I would follow her to get the insight, but we're in for some rough times in the industry, and how we're going to change those things over the coming years, it's going to be tough.